Hey, what's going on? It's your man Headkrack back with another edition of Talkin' Flick. Now, here we are sitting in a summer that has given us a lot. A whole lot, I will say. And a lot of people out there, just like Prince's mom, never satisfied. Listen, we've got a lot this summer, man. People that we grew up on, watching on the big screen. People who came through in the middle of our lives and delivered some more heat. And y'all paying them back with flop after flop after flops and minimal returns. Well, except for Spider-Man, Barbie, and Oppenheimer. I mean, I guess you can't win them all, right? In steps something that's also tried and true, a franchise that has been delivering for decades now. Talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. You know, I have such a love and hate relationship with this brand, right? If you grew up on the comic book, which yes, the comic book does predate the cartoon, you know the comic book was a little bit more hard edge, you know what I'm saying? It was a graphic novel in some situations. They even came out with a graphic novel not too long ago called The Last Ronin, which tells like a futuristic tale where there's only one turtle left. This isn't the stuff that you would see on like, you know, your Saturday morning cartoons or on your, you know, afternoon cartoon delights. This was like, you know, a darker fare. As it related to the live action films, you know, my hopes were up high, right? I think we was like a year or two coming off of the Garbage Pail Kids movie. We was watching these different like intellectual IPs get turned into live action films with mixed results. So when the original one came out, in the commercial there was a part where one of the turtles said, "I love being a turtle." And I was like instantly, this movie. I don't want to see it. I'm good. And then I saw that Vanilla Ice was in it, and I was like a really like hardcore like backpacker, like yo man, I don't like the commercial nothing, man, the dude's trash. Like I hated it, so I didn't give it no love. And as they continued to make more movies, I would see clips of it, you know, whether it be like, you know, flipping the channel or whatever, or even seeing the commercials, and it seemed like the mask got worse and worse, like those old school Planet of the Apes movies. These turtles in this third one, the one where they went back in time, yeah, these kids look touched. And not like in a molestation way, but you know, touched. I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Then around 2007, we got an animated Turtles movie called Tmnt. I skipped that one too because, you know, I was adulting. Hardcore at that time. Didn't have time for the shenanigans. Then Michael Bay came out with his joints. And, you know, I have a love and hate relationship with Michael Bay and his approach to filmmaking. I think he could do the Big Bang movies, but sometimes it's just over the top and he bastardizes our childhood. I grudge watched every Transformer movie he made. You know what I'm saying? Like, to the point where I love the franchise so much that I was like, I'm gonna thug it out. I'm gonna watch this just because I like Transformers, I really do. And I kind of gave the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie the same treatment, the first one that they did. And I just refuse to watch the second one. You get to a point in your life where like, you got time, what you got time for. I don't like grudge watching things. So here we go. 2023. Word gets out that Seth Rogen is writing and producing a brand new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. And I'm intrigued, okay? Then I heard Ice Cube is cast as Superfly, the main villain in the joint. Oh, I'm definitely here. I'm pulling up for this. And yo, what you get out of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is a great nod to like, you know, some of the things that made the cartoon great. And it even gives you some of the grit and grime that made the comic book so dope too. Yo, for real, I think Homicide might be looking for the Turtles because I feel like in this movie they may have killed 4 people. If you've seen the movie, you already know the vibes. Like Master Splinter, who is masterfully played by Jackie Chan. Yo, great voice casting right there. The rest of the Turtles are played by kids that probably did some stuff on Nickelodeon and Disney. I refuse to IMDb this. But yo, I love the portrayals of them. They remind me of some kids from New York. You know what I mean? The vibe felt very familiar. And you got to see a lot of the characters that maybe didn't make some of the other live action movies or even didn't get a lot of shine in some of the animated parts of the series. Shoot, I just peeped they even had Giancarlo Esposito in there. Like, so they definitely like opened up the pocketbooks and made sure they paid for like top tier talent to pull off some of the heavy lifting on the voice work. Okay, heavy lifting, that's a stretch. Some of these people are just in this movie for like just a couple minutes, but you know, these are names we know, you know what I mean? And I think it all pays off well. They don't spend a gang of time setting up an origin story because you already know what they are, man. They were some turtles that was in the sewer that touched some retro mutation, and now they're like, you know, teenagers, and they know ninja shit. So, what more do you need to know? Let's get into the show, and it gets right to it. And I love the flip that they did on April O'Neil. You know what I mean? Like, I always loved her as a redhead. However, the sister that plays her, who goes by the name of Ayo Edebiri, she does a great job of doing a cool, you know, recreation of what the whole April O'Neil character is supposed to be. And I'm sure some people is gonna hate, but those people, them. You know, things get changed all the time, B. Okay, anyways, over here on Talking Flick, it's all about the DAP level, and you know, just to create some variation in space, I want to give a strong middle finger to the first 3 Ninja Turtle movies that came out, them live action joints, right? I love being a turtle. F those movies, and gas face to the Michael Bay joints. To this new one, strong dap. Not the strongest dap, but I'm high-fiving you. I know you from around the corner. You a good kid. You ain't never, like, you know, brought trouble around here. That's the kind of dap that this particular movie is gonna get. It's called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Yo, the animation style is very similar to the animation that you've seen in Beyond the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse, but it's not a straight copycat. They really do their own thing in there, man. So big shout out to everybody involved. Be sure you check out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem in theaters now, and be a kid again and have fun. That's us. We Talking Flick. How'd you feel about it? Drop a comment below. Love.